Well, the outside expectations might be modest at best, but the Badger players and coaches don't really care about that. The bar is high with the program, and the season has started very well for Greg Gard's Wisconsin Badgers, winners of 7 of their first 8 games, including a Saturday afternoon where in the second half the Badgers were close to flawless when it mattered most, en route to an 89-76 victory against the Marquette Golden Eagles. We'll get you caught up on all things Wisconsin basketball, coming off a Maui Invitational Championship, a win in the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and taking down their in-state rival. And we'll have our sit-down with head coach Greg Gard. All coming up on today's edition of the Badger Sports Report. Chucky scoots up the floor to the front court. Hepburn dropped it back to Crowell. Good look at a 3 straight on, straight in. Oh, what a sweet feed from Hepburn. And it's 9-4 Wisconsin. Finds Hepburn left corner, back to Davis at the left point. Johnny, a little crossover on Morsell. In the lane, to the rim, layup good. Talk about splitting the defense. Hepburn loops around a crawl screen and lost it, but Davison is there. Throws to Hepburn. Clean look at a 3, right side, good. Chucky Hepburn with a triple. 41-38 Wisconsin, 16:35 remaining. Mitchell getting into Bowman, who gets it across half court. Now Davison outside left. Brad gets it into Davis. He's with Prosper. Quick spin to the baseline. Now goes the other way. Wraps to Bowman. Clean 3. Right side bucket. Oh, what a find out of the post. Davis to Bowman. Bowman. Now a pass for Crowell. Feeds Davis. Drives baseline left to the rim. Whoa! The reverse layup. Left to right. Wow. Just floating to the rim is Johnny Davis. Lewis fakes the 3, working on Crowell. Lost it, picked up by Tyler Wall. Turnover Marquette. A bounce into Bowman, glides to the rim, layup good. Badgers in transition. 61-47 Wisconsin with 9 minutes to play. Hepburn baseline right inbounds into Davison. Right corner 3, nailed it. Brad Davison. Boy, how many times has he done that? Baseline out of bounds plays. Drills a triples. Here's Johnny, right of the lane, behind the back on the dribble, cuts off the wing, bobbles, gathers, feeds Hepburn left corner. Chucky drives baseline, in the lane, goes up, and yes! Count it, and a foul on Coley. Another and one for the Badgers. Chucky Hepburn this time will step to the free throw line.
Ain't nothing surprising about this. Every time we step on the floor, we expect to win.
This is probably one of the biggest rivalries I've ever been a part of, so going out and getting the dub by double digits, that's really a big fact.
Just trying to enjoy every moment, especially when you get to play an in-state rivalry game, you try to make the most of it. So my role is just to come with gratitude every day and be thankful to be here, and then, do the best I can to help our team be successful. So that's offense or defense. We did a lot of really good things today, and it was fun to be a part of.
It's great to get fans back in and be loud. It's the first time for a lot of these guys they played in front of a sold-out crowd, so really appreciate the energy and the boost, and hopefully they enjoyed watching this team play and have watched this team grow.
When it's an inter-state game, you just got a little bit of an extra drive, so I thought we found that in the second half, and that's when we went on that run.
I think defense was the key there at the end. I thought Chucky did a great job of applying ball pressure, and Johnny did a great job on Morsell, and then our bigs were great at the rim to get rebounds. Then we could go the other way and get those good looks.
Johnny's a great player. We talk to each other all the time, and sometimes it's get Johnny the ball and get the F out the way. So yeah, and I just know I gotta create on defense.
He's so dynamic, obviously offensive end he does so much, defensive end he does so much for us too, but his ability to create space, get to his shot, he can score at all 3 levels, in my opinion he's one of the best scorers in the country, and he's shown that night in and night out. And so as one of his teammates, me and Chucky, we just get out of the way sometimes and let him do his thing, and it's pretty impressive to watch. But also we know this is just the beginning, and we're excited for what's coming forward too.
I think that's the beauty of this team is that, and the excitement about it is that there's so much unknown. There's so many obviously new faces, but also just how these guys have collectively helped each other. And it's not about stats. It's about all the other different things that they've done.
We play a lot of really good teams in conference too that we circle. So there's a lot of teams that we circle on our calendar, Marquette being one of them, but we have a lot more challenges coming up as well. So I don't spend as much time thinking about that. I think the fans get caught up in the rivalry more than I do. But like I said, now we're excited to get going for conference play.
This is Wisconsin basketball. Out front pass knocked away by Davis. Johnny gets the steal. Johnny down the lane. Slam dunk with a right hand. Got the wall, another three, got it! And a feed to Davison, running the floor, down the lane to the rim, layup good. Front court, high screen Carlson, deep three, Hepburn, got it. Goes to Davis for three, right side, book it. Fourth three of the half for Johnny Davis.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org. And is brought to you by the Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors. BuildingWisconsinTogether.com.
When you've been injured, you need the hometown team on your side. Trust us to get you back in the game. Call Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Badger Athletics. One call, that's all.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Hard work, sweat, knowledge in your own two hands. These are the tools that build Wisconsin. Leave your mark on the real world with zero debt and higher pay. All from day one. It's time to do work that works for you. Learn more at buildingwisconsintogether.com.
On this game day, Good Foods Guacamole would like to salute all you players, no matter what you seem to be playing. You, sir, are a winner. You, ma'am, triumphant, and thumbs up to whatever it is you're doing. So let's hoist a guac-laden chip to all you players out there. Good Foods Guac, made from the freshest avocado and the cleanest ingredients. So here's to all the players and whatever game it is they're trying to play. Game day is Guac Day. Good Foods Guac.
Injured? You need a team you can trust. Call Gruber Law Offices today, serving the people of Wisconsin for over 30 years. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Wisconsin Badger Athletics. One call, that's all.
Here comes Wisconsin with a minute 22 left in the first half. Davis throwing to Hepburn, feeds Davison, left side three on the way, tie game! Brad Davison with another triple. We're tied at 33. Trying to bulldog left of the lane, off balance, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Wall tapped it out to Johnny Davis. Here's Johnny spinning in the lane, up right hand, got it! Using the glass, Johnny Davis showing the athleticism inside. Stephen Crowell gives off to Hepburn, left side, 12 to shoot. Crowell will for three, good from left of the circle. 28-14 the Badgers with 4:25 left in the first half. Brad Davison out high, throws to Davis for three, right side, book it. Fourth three of the half for Johnny Davis. Wall tapped the rebound to Crowell, another chance for Wisconsin. Hepburn out front, here's Chucky, drives right lane line to the rim, layup good. Chucky Hepburn, you keep attacking. Now works to the corner against Fotu. Backing in his Wall. Backing, left block, still backing, left shoulder turn, up right hand, good. Tyler Wall with 10. 4:55 to play. Gales up one. Davis out front for three in the lead. Got it! Johnny Davis a triple from straight away. 48-46 Wisconsin. Pass for Hepburn, feeding Davis, 15 to shoot. Johnny to the free throw line, down the lane. The floater is good with the right hand. Davis with 20. Tyler, baseline left. Fotu cut him off. Shot clock at 5. Wall backing. Mid post left. Turns, fades, flips. Yes! Wall the bucket. 57-53 Wisconsin, 50 seconds to play.
And the Wisconsin Badgers have won the Maui Invitational. What a week for Greg Gard's Badgers as they defeat St. Mary's 61-55.
Understand, you better believe in yourselves. You better believe you're a damn good team.
okay? You're a damn good team. I've known it, okay, but I can't say it. You showed it, okay? So now we continue to grow. Continue to grow, continue to get better, everybody together.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. WEABenefits.com.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. EIEI Odyssey.
Top of the circle against Devontae Brown back in there. A couple of 7-footers in the wall. Out to Pratt. Good look at the three. Right of the circle. Off the rim and out. Rebound. Slam dunk. Johnny Davis. Badgers take the lead with 20 seconds left in the first half. Here comes Hepburn with 5 seconds. Chucky to the right side for 3. Got it. Nothing but net for Chucky Hepburn, and that's how the first half will end. We turn our attention now to Wisconsin basketball, the non-conference schedule. Actually, there'll be a break from that coming up as a couple of Big Ten games in store before it goes back into non-conference basketball heading into the end of December, early January. But, boy, a lot on the plate, and I think the way the schedule is laid out, Greg, we get your guys ready for the first 2 Big Ten games from Providence on. It has been some big boy basketball that these guys have had to go up against.
It has, and I think this is why they want to come to a place like Wisconsin. They want to play in these type of games, and obviously we've had our fair share of them and a lot more to go yet. But it's been fun to watch this group kind of grow up in front of us.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that because even like from our perspective, from a distance, it seems like a fun group. They get along, they pull for each other, and that's every team here has done that. But a young team like this, it's got to be a ball for you and your staff to coach every day.
It is. They've come to work every day. They understand the importance of practice, but yet they have a youthfulness about them that they're, they just enjoy the moment. They want to make the most of it, and I think they really kind of thrive in having people say, well, they're an inexperienced group, or they're a young group. I think in today's game of college basketball, you don't get too wrapped up into what it says in the program in terms of years, because they come in with so much more experience than they did 20 years ago from AAU and high school and all those things, that maybe the brighter lights aren't as bright as because they've seen so much through their high school careers.
Picking up on that, I think of Johnny Davis and Team USA. How much do you think that has helped him from his end of the freshman year to where he is now?
It's been huge. It's been monumental. And really, when he got invited, I thought even just going to the trials would be a shot of confidence for him. But then to be able to make the team and then go win the gold in Latvia. And when he came back in late July, you could just tell he was at a different level in terms of how he viewed himself and how dominant he could be. And obviously he's earned that right, and it's been good for us. It had the impact, along with Johnny winning the gold and doing all that for Team USA. It's really helped our team because it's put him on another level.
Has there been, and I'm not going to ask you if you're surprised by how he's performed, but has there been any one aspect of his on-court game that is like, whoa, big-time jump here?
Yeah, I think the one thing is you notice this jump in his strength and athleticism. I think the work he did in the weight room, what Jim has done with him down there, has definitely, you can tell he's more explosive. He does more things in practice than he could do. He couldn't do them a year ago. I think that's been the biggest thing. I think he's gotten better in every facet. He understands what we want more. You don't find him taking breaks or maybe getting lost defensively like a freshman, like normally you would expect with a younger guy. I think all those experiences that he got a year ago, and then you put the off-season training, the USA basketball, all those things have really helped elevate him.
I know another player that has been a lot of fun for every fan, not to mention you and your staff, to watch has been Tyler Wall. His third year in. It seems like even becoming more outgoing a little bit off the floor, even on the floor, and more importantly, the production in every level is elevated as well.
Yeah, I think he's definitely, taken another step in his development. And I told him 2 years ago that I felt he could be the best defensive player in the Big Ten. And he kind of looked at me like I was talking crazy, but just what I saw in terms of his physical makeup, his skill set, he's got terrific feet, he's got a toughness to him. Now he's gotten stronger and gotten more experience, and we're starting to see some of those things that maybe I crystal balled a couple years ago for him.
I remember you talked about that because he was never afraid to stick his face in there.
Right.
But now there's a little more to the body to do
Right,
that and
swinging
have
a
a
bigger
better
hammer.
fighting chance.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's been, as we mentioned, a fun group. And as we speak, Georgia Tech and Marquette are now in the books. But I want to turn back the clock to Vegas. Easy to say that was a great experience because you guys won the championship there, but anytime you can get those 3-day events, you're on the road, it's a 4-night stay, that's a great on and off the court opportunity for a team to grow together.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's obviously why we try to do those all the time, every year, and rotate different sites. And whether you're in Vegas or Maui or down the road in Rockford, I guess just anytime you can get away from and get them out of their comfort zone, so to speak, it helps stimulate the growth. And obviously having to play 3 back-to-back, we had to manage fatigue, you had to do a good job of taking care of our bodies. I think our depth helped at the end of the day. And then also it's rapid fire, so they have to learn on the fly, pay attention to the scouting reports, and make sure we're ready for the next day. And obviously they did a terrific job of going from day 1 to day 2 to day 3.
That was one of the many things you didn't get to do last year because it was going to be a Fort Myers trip, right, for a couple of games. And, we're grateful to have a year last year, but not going on those trips, that hurts, right?
It impacts your development, there's no doubt. You're off the court, you mentioned the bonding and the chemistry that is so vital to us, but also just the exposure to other competition. And I think that's how this group, I've noticed, their biggest jumps have been when we've been challenged and get stressed from the outside. There's only so many tricks I can pull out of my bag in practice to try to stimulate, keep pushing them. They need to be challenged, and I think Vegas was really good for our growth.
Yep, they'll have another trip next year. We'll tell you all about that as we continue with our first basketball edition of the Badger Sports Report right after this.
Compeer Financial has always been there for our clients and communities in any situation. And our support continues today as our clients work relentlessly to feed, clothe, and fuel the world. Compeer is proud to continue our strong commitment to our clients, the rural communities where they live, and to agriculture. We're here to help meet the financial needs of rural America, and we'll navigate through this together.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Looking and looking. Gets it into Davison, right corner. Moore defends. Brad dribbles out to the wing, brings it up top, snaps off at 3, book it. Another 3 for Brad Davison. Give him 23 points, 8-point lead for the Badgers. And here comes Lauren Bowman for the Badgers. Leaves it for Davison. Brad, left of the lane, steps back, left wing, mid-range, good again. 2 more for Davison. Timeout, Georgia Tech. As the 5th-year senior helping lead the way with a mean mug on top of it.
As we mentioned, the Badgers coming off the Maui Invitational Championship, and not that we plan ahead a whole lot, but here's a chance for you to plan ahead. Next year, the Badgers will be back in the Bahamas, the Battle for Atlantis. This is the 3rd trip, I believe, right? And
right.
Those are the 2, I mean, they're all great opportunities, but those are the 2, as we mentioned before, the Battle for Atlantis and the Maui Invitational, those are pretty much the top of the heap, right?
They are, largely due to the weather, especially here in November, December. But no, in the level of competition. Obviously, we'll see terrific teams there next year, just like we saw this year in Las Vegas. So, the weather is obviously the appealing thing. The nice thing about going to the Bahamas versus Maui is the flight back. down and back isn't quite as far, but those will be great experiences for our fans, great experiences for our players, and obviously it'll help us kickstart the season when we get to that point.
Yeah, look forward to that. That's way down the road. Coaches look at one day at a time here, and we mentioned with there's a mini break in the non-conference schedule. As again, you didn't have this last year. You had the non-conference games and then straight on to the Big Ten. But in other years, you've had the 2 December Big Ten games. It is great for marketing. It really helps people, drum up interest. As a coach, from a basketball standpoint, what do you think of it?
I have mixed feelings probably on it, Matt, but understanding that we were going to play really good teams regardless, whether it was Indiana, Ohio State, or pick 2 other names. We're going to have a pretty good test during that time anyway. So for TV and to be able to go to 20 games, and that's really why we tried to do it as a league, was to break it up a little bit. Obviously, you mentioned the marketing and the exposure for Big Ten basketball in early December. And it also takes a little bit of the stress off the holidays of having to play conference games right around Christmas or in between Christmas and New Year's. So it gives each staff and each school a little more flexibility to build around the holidays.
There tends to be, hard to believe, there tends to be an overreaction in some circles when the Big Ten takes a couple of hits early in the non-conference season. But is it pretty safe, if you're going to assume anything, that the league is going to be ridiculously good again, and the lack of get-well games, as you would say, will be very much in play again?
Yeah, it will be. I think you look up and down the league. Obviously, Purdue jumps off the page, and that's not a shock. That was predicted a long time ago. A year ago, I thought they'd be really, really good, and they've proven it so far. But it doesn't matter who you line up against. You're going to play really good players, really good coaches, hostile environments. So it's what makes it fun and give it the storied tradition that it has.
We visited last year after games, either here or on the road, because now you're going to get back into those Big Ten environments, which you didn't have, obviously, the opportunity last year. It matters, doesn't it? It can help you here, and it's something you got to fight when you go to some of these really tough venues in the Big Ten.
Absolutely. There's no doubt. I felt last year the home court advantage wasn't, what it normally is. Obviously, when you have cardboard cutouts, and winning on the road wasn't as maybe the challenge, or not that it's not a challenge. You were still playing good teams, but you were walking into very sterile, quiet environments. So it's great to have everybody back.
First platform of this show this season, and during the couple of the early non-conference games, I had a chance to recognize a couple of fairly significant figures in the history of Wisconsin basketball, Bo Ryan, as well as Henry Perez-Guerra, the longtime athletic trainer who retired after the end of last season. That was cool for everybody who was in attendance, and good crowds for those 2 games, Green Bay and Providence, to be able to recognize a couple of very, very significant members of this fraternity.
And it was obviously great for our fans to be able to give their tribute and their say their thanks through their applause, but also both of them, talking to them both afterwards, really appreciated those nights, and just cherish their memories here. They have both were in different roles, but have a long history with this university and this athletic department, and have helped make this program what it is.
And with Henry, every day is Saturday, and with Bo, every day is what time?
It's tea time. Exactly.
So he said before on a radio show, he says his golf game is terrible, so don't believe that. But you're right. It was a great opportunity for fans to recognize somebody who is obviously a legendary figure. So is Henry. Maybe more so than Bo. We'll take a break. We have more to come as we continue with the Badger Sports Report.
Hard work, sweat, knowledge in your own 2 hands. These are the tools that build Wisconsin. Leave your mark on the real world with 0 debt and higher pay. All from day one. It's time to do work that works for you. Learn more at buildingwisconsintogether.com.
On this game day, Good Foods Guacamole would like to salute all you players, no matter what you seem to be playing. You, sir, are a winner. You, ma'am, triumphant, and thumbs up to whatever it is you're doing. So let's hoist a guac-laden chip to all you players out there. Good Foods Guac, made from the freshest avocado and the cleanest ingredients. So here's to all the players and whatever game it is they're trying to play. Game day is Guac Day. Good Foods Guac.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org. And is brought to you by the Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors. BuildingWisconsinTogether.com.
Well, the Badgers jump into Big Ten play this week. A home matchup on Wednesday against Indiana and a Saturday afternoon matchup in Columbus against Ohio State. Join us next week. We'll recap the first two games of the conference season. Thanks for watching.
This has been a presentation from Learfield.
You'll hear things like, you're going to need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're going to be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. WEAbenefits.com.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. EIEI Odyssey.